Tonight at 9:30, who will survive the temptation? It's the series premiere of the hot new reality show, Temptation Island, Australia.
Cup Day. It goes back to the mid-1800s. The lure of pounding hooves has always attracted the masses. They cheered home Panic in the first race in 1865. Each summer since, it's been a test of the best thoroughbred flesh on the island. The skill of the jockey, the tact of the trainer. Today, they will again run for glory, and a new champion will be given a standing ovation. It's Launceston Cup Day.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to magnificent Mowbray and our official coverage of Cup Day. Over the past 137 years, thoroughbreds from far and wide have hit the hallowed turf here at Mowbray in their bid to win one of Tasmanian racing's most sought-after titles. At 4:12 this afternoon, it will be no different, as one of the classiest fields ever assembled pits their skills against one another in their pursuit of victory in the 2002 AAMI Launceston Cup.
The stage is set. Welcome Trackside into the mounting yard at Mowbray, the scene of the AAMI 2002 Launceston Cup. There are tips in the air, there is a buzz everywhere as people mingle right before the start of this big occasion. The weather is fine, a high expected today of 22 degrees, and the track is rated as good, which is fantastic for racing. We have a mighty interstate challenge this year. Horses from all over coming to take on Tasmania's best in the biggest day on the Tasmanian racing calendar. And to call all the action with us today, I'd like to welcome Shane Yates. Hi, Shane.
Good afternoon, Pete.
What a fantastic stage being set.
Well, a magnificent day, as you've mentioned. You're an expert on the weather, so no doubt you've organised that, Pete, but the track is in perfect order, and we've seen horses race on the speed and win and also come from behind. So all in all, it should be a great day.
It'll be fair for all horses engaged today. We've also had a couple of great races already run, very close racing. Shane, you're in for a fantastic event up there on top of the grandstand. You'll be heading up there shortly, and we look forward to your calls today.
Yes, we get a good view from up there, Pete, and Zarayev heads the weights today, 57.5, has the services of Brian York, the Gay Waterhouse train, but locally owned, Yvonne Smith, formerly from Latrobe, still believes she's a Tasmanian at heart, so maybe we might get a hometown victory after all.
And Zarayev at the moment is currently 7-2 with the bookmakers, which is a little bit shorter than it opened up on track. And right now, Shane, who has already been on the track for quite some hours, spoke to one of the chances, Brahma Stars trainer, Charlie Goggin.
Well, Charlie, you've got Brahma Star going around in the Cup this afternoon. You weren't dealt any favours at barrier draw?
No, he hasn't drawn well, but he'll get back. That's his natural pattern of racing, and we're not looking to change that. So from the wide barrier, he's just going to be have to go back for sure.
Now, Brahma Star lost the rider at its last start. Has that affected his campaign?
Well, it doesn't seem to have affected his campaign. He seems to be okay. He's worked well since, so we just hope that it hasn't affected the horse. And yes, he clipped heels, just wrong. Well, any part of a race to clip heels, but obviously to come down, it was a bit of a shock to us. But the horse seems to have recovered well.
Solid run in the Hobart Cup, running fourth. Were you happy with that performance?
Yeah, he raced well. He's just too good on the day, and he raced well, and we're just looking for some luck today.
And at 2400, no doubt right up his alley.
Well, he's won at 2400 and usually raced well at that distance. That's probably about his best distance.
And still in search of your first Launceston Cup, Charlie? You've won just about every other feature event on the Tasmanian racing calendar. Is today the day?
Well, I hope so.
Now, the Gold Sovereign is another feature event on the racing calendar, and one of the feature races today, $100,000 up for grabs. You've got two chances in the race.
Yeah, I've got two good chances. Gutnick wasn't first up in the race at Hobart Cup Day. He needed the run. I'm sure he'll improve. and confabulated. Didn't have much luck that day, and I think she's a rock-hard fit horse and seems a genuine 2-year-old, so she should run off well.
Well, all the best, Charlie, for another successful day on Launceston Cup Day.
Thanks, Joe.
And of course, it was this time last year after Brawama Star did win the Hobart Cup, was the early hope for the locals here for the Launceston Cup of 2001, but it wasn't to be, with Full of Rhythm winning the event last year. But that's all history, but a bit of history today with Gary White, thinking he was going to win another cup today. He's only got one runner in the cup now, number 16, Straight Dash. Lord Baracus is the late scratching here on course, number 6. It would have been one of the early favourites too. Lord Baracus, a big blow for Gary White.
Certainly was, Pete. Unfortunately, elevated temperature there causing the scratching, but it does give us and Macca a start.
Us and Macca now makes its way into the field. Let's make our way over now and say good afternoon to Rob Fairs.
Thank you very much, Peter, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mowbray. Well, another integral part of our coverage throughout many, many years of covering the Launceston Cup, of course, is finding out what the public is doing around the car parks. And our very own Nick Duigan is on the beat yet again.
Thank you very much, Rob, for that very, very kind introduction. Yes, as you say, 2002 Amy Launceston Cup Day. There's nothing like a Cup Day to get them out of the woodwork, and they're turning up in their droves. A beautiful day for it. Obviously the fashionable, the not so fashionable, the knowledgeable, the not so knowledgeable. Let's go and have a talk to some of them now. Their answers, I'm sure, will surprise you. All right, we're talking fashions, folks, and this has got to be one of the best dressed blokes on the field, mate. The inspiration for that suit?
These boys, mate. You know, jazzed it up today, and
so you've been trying everything on for the boys, and they've picked this one for you.
They have indeed. What do you reckon?
I think it looks very, very nice. Now, what we've got here are some rather extreme cup outfits. It's not your general sort of cup outfit gear, is it really?
No, it's not really, and Oscar's so just badly behaved.
Is this your work?
Well, I actually didn't do the cutting up, Anne did, and the boys did that.
Well done, Anne. It looks like you've cut these cheese slices here, particularly thinly sliced. Anne, you've done very, very well. Talent. There's a lot of talent about. Talented people. Enjoying the day so far?
Yeah, it's been great.
Okay, and what specifically have you liked? I know it's early, but are you gearing up for a big day socially, or do you think it's going to be financially rewarding?
Socially, I think.
Okay, and just having a couple of lubricants here?
Yep.
All right, well, keep yourself nice and enjoy the day. And of course, you'll see stars here, folks, today. You'll see big, big stars. And of course, there's none bigger than the man himself, Steve Titmus. Steve, obviously drinking quite heavily today.
Mate, not at all, actually. On the soda water all day, of course. Big commitments later on tonight.
And of course, this is where the more hardcore Cup Day action takes place. A few bets going on here. The money's flowing like the champagne. What do you think? What are your thoughts, madam? Can I quickly ask?
Bunderluck, number...
Bunderblatt, a very, very well-informed and knowledgeable punter here. Probably do pretty well today. Oh, it's on. I assure you, it's on. Now, Cup Day, have you got a tip for us?
Yep. Be good to your mother.
All right. Don't eat anything bigger than your head. Well, perhaps we'll stroll. Are you on the way to place a bet, or perhaps just off your...
Well, actually, I'm going to collect on the first race.
Congratulations.
Sheer luck, but I really don't know one of the horse from the other, but there you go.
And that's what it's all about down here, Robbie. Cup Day, it's boiling over. Back to you, son.
He started very early this year, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that. Well, someone a little bit more low-key is our very own former Miss Australia, who's covering all the fashions, and that is Jo Cornish. Hello, Jo.
Hello, Rob. Are you enjoying your afternoon?
Oh, very, very much. Probably not as much as you, though, out there in amongst it.
Absolutely. Well, we're here in the car park at the moment, and I have to tell you, the fashions for 2002 are just superb. A really wide range. We're looking at soft pastels right through to bright colours, and lots of black and white. Lots of the classics are coming back, so it's going to be a great afternoon of fashion, that's for sure.
You've seen a lot of innovative designs, or are they all like designer labels, or have people gone and taken the time to make their own outfits?
There are a lot of the designer labels, but also people have been very creative this year, especially with their hats. Taking a basic hat, putting lots of ornaments on it, which is wonderful. It's a great opportunity to be creative. The other thing that's been quite interesting is all the antique jewellery. People seem to have been raiding their grandmother's jewellery boxes and getting out the standard old pearls and lots of beautiful things like that. So that's really added to the outfits.
Antique jewellery.
Antique jewellery, can you believe it? It's made a comeback, Rob. Never throw anything away.
Certainly have, in 2002 even.
We spoiled it, steady.
Now, what about yourself? You're looking rather dapper. Where did you get your outfit?
Well, I've been very lucky this year, decked out by Pretty Woman, a boutique in Launceston and Kingsmeadow, so thank you very much to them.
Thank you very much, Jo. We'll cross back to you a little bit later on. Well, time to take a break from Mowbray, but we'll be back very soon.
We can talk about it later. He's coming for my love. He's the one I'm thinking of. Let me show you what I mean.
I was bringing out my wheelie bin. I looked up and I thought it was a burglar.
He was looking down his chimney and this possum come out and give him a hell of a fright.
He's trying to pull himself up and then he falls over the fence. He falls over the fence.
The Amy guy's out at 11 o'clock that night. Said he'd have it sorted by Wednesday.
If you're into craft, come to the fair. The Needlework Craft and Quilt Fair is back in Launceston, February 28 to March 3. Bigger than ever with more exhibits and products to inspire and buy. Major display areas including quilts, embroidery, decoupage and cloth dolls. See Jane Nicholas and her exquisite stumpwork embroidery. Free workshops every hour with new craft ideas. Learn it, make it and take it at our new craft circle. Open 10 till 5 daily. The Needlework Craft and Quilt Fair, February 28 to March 3, the Silverdome, Launceston.
Coles Dollar Dazzlers shine. With savings like Huggies bulk nappies, 32 to 54 packs, just $18 each, save $6.15. And Softex Elite toilet tissue, 9-pack, only $3 each, save $1.69.
Montage huge clearance sale is on now. Floor tiles from $13.50 a square metre. Wall tiles from a crazy $8 a square metre. Decorative border tiles from $1 each. Discounts on all tiles at Montage now. Don't you miss out.
Be a gourmet for a night. This Tuesday and Wednesday only, Mallee Grill in conjunction with the Gourmet Club offer you the chance to be a gourmet for a night with up to 25% off your total dining bill. Only at the Mallee Grill and only this Tuesday and Wednesday. Bookings essential.
By the way, insure with Amy and you can get new for old replacement, as well as fast settlement on claims.
Who can you trust? Feeling totally bloody betrayed. Who is the enemy?
The mole has changed every single one of us.
Are you ready to play? This time they're under attack. This time the stakes are higher. And a real surprise.
Michael Diamond!
Hey, matey.
Can an Olympic gold medalist help you weed out the betrayer?
She can't lift it, guys.
In the all-new series, The Mole, tonight.
I'll take one lift. You're right. Best trip. Always. I know.
Welcome back to sunny Launceston. Mowbray Racecourse, awash in sunshine and packed with people as we get set. Only an hour to go before the 2002 Amy Launceston Cup. Well, we've had a big race go by us. Shane Yates, the Carlton Draft Tasmanian Oaks, the $100,000 event, the first one of its kind here for the Oaks, for the 3-year-olds. And we had a couple of hot pots here, all vying for favouritism, Shane.
Yes, that's right, Pete. The place getters in the Strut Stakes were the main fancies in the Carlton Oaks for this afternoon. Aberdeener, trained by Troy Blackwood, ridden by Simon Snell. Macho De Niro for Craig Dewitt and Terry Rolls, two of the top fancies, and Moret and Skyboat given hopes. But Aberdeener was sent out the popular pick by punters today.
Thanks, Shane. Jo Cornish, Nick Duigan and myself are actually punting today for our favourite charities. I've had my first bet in the prior race, which was the Tasmanian Oaks, and for Autism Tasmania, I invested $10 on number 1 Aberdeener. Let's go to Shane's call of the event.
Down towards the 1,000-metre mark, and the leader is Evening Gem on the Oaks, leads a length. Key Lady moved up to second on the outside. Locked away, third on the fence was Little M. Taking closer order was Silver Laser. Wider out, going forward now, still a Cavallo on the inside there of Aberdeener, who's been one off the rail throughout and travelling beautifully at this point. Skyboat was trapped out wide, never been on the track, one away to some cheer. Gypsy Gina was next, wider out was Moret, started to put itself into the picture from Macho De Niro. Wheelback was mislaid, Dream a Lot heads the rest as they gallop down to the 600-metre mark. The pressure coming on now. It's Evening Gem, the leader, being tackled by Key Lady. Silver Laser moved up stylishly behind them, out 3 wide. Then Skyboat Aberdeen looking for a run. Simon still trying to get the favourite into the clear, forcing a passage to the outside. And Miss Later Moret putting in their runs. At the 350 metre mark, Silver Laser moved up to grab the lead. Ahead of Evening Gem and Key Lady. Aberdeen are out in plenty of time. Moret down the outside. So too is Miss Lade. It's Silver Laser the leader. Aberdeen are trying to pick it up on the outside. Silver Laser the inside, grabbed by Aberdeen. Favourite went to the lead. Moret out 3 wide, is charging home, but it's Aberdeen for the Oaks. Aberdeen wins it for Simon, still a length. Moret ran second, Silver Laser third. Macho De Niro from a mile back.
Yeah, the race certainly excited the crowd. Let's go to the dividends now. And first was Aberdeen, paying $2.90 and $1.40. Moret was second. That's number 3, by the way, paying $2.10 and 7. Silver Laser was third, paying $5.50 in the Carlton Draft Tasmanian Oaks race number 5. Now let's go down to Murph in the mounting yard with the winning connections.
Aberdeen in the Tasmanian Oaks, the Carlton Draft Tasmanian Oaks, one of the happiest men on course at the moment, is stalwart of the club and a great supporter of racing, Kevin Sharkey. Well done.
Thank you very much. It's a great thrill, a real great thrill.
You and the other owners had a bit of bad luck with Aberdeen the last start, but it atoned today.
Certainly did, yeah. And this has been a dream for 2 years. We actually purchased this yearling. It was passed in at the sales 2 years ago, and we got it with John Bonetto and put it away for 12 months, put it in cotton wool, and this is her fresh preparation, and what a wonderful thrill for it is today, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, especially for young Troy Blacker, the trainer, and of course Aberdeen now providing us with the first big win here today, the $100,000 race.
That's correct, yeah. And I mean, we spend a lot of time. I'm in Melbourne based, and Troy's in Longford, of course, but we spend a lot of time talking and planning races, and I think it's good for both of us, yeah.
What about the race today? Couldn't get across too early. It was 3 wide for most of the race, and just at the 500 metre mark, it was bullocking its way out. It was really wanting to run.
I think the slow pace early helped us, because we always knew that if he got a run, she got a run that she'd be able to out-sprint him, and that's what happened in the end.
Kevin, congratulations. There's a horse just over there that I'm sure you want to go over and congratulate.
Thank you.
Kevin Sharkey, one of our happy owners of Aberdeen, the winner of the Oaks. Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Murph. Well, we'll take another break from Mowbray, but stay with us, because coming up very soon, the Gold Sovereign Stakes.
The Amy man's in the house already.
Don't be so nosy.
They've offered them a hotel for the night.
Which hotel? If required, in an emergency, Amy can arrange temporary accommodation for you.
World Vision Australia sponsors about 16,000 children, and indirectly, that benefits over 100,000 families and their communities. But as we're about to see, we've only just scratched the surface. There is still a lot more work to be done.
My name's Ben Williams. When I was 19, I sponsored a boy called Michael from Uganda. He'd never been to school and had little chance for the future, just like these children I met in Makuyu. None of the children here are sponsored. The conditions they live in are shocking. They're desperately malnourished, and the only water they have to drink is contaminated. Without help, 1 in 5 won't live to see their 5th birthday. Michael's life was very similar to this before he was sponsored, so it just made me feel so good when I visited him and saw the impact my sponsorship has had on him and his whole community. He keeps the letters I send him, and I'm so pleased he's doing well in school. Sponsoring Michael is the best thing I've ever done. But there are many more children waiting to be sponsored. So please, visit the World Vision website or call 13 32 40 and sponsor a child like Michael today.
Coles Dollar Dazzlers shine. With savings like Kellogg's Just Right, 800 grams, just $4 each, save $2.51. And Surf Concentrate 1.5 kilo laundry powder and 1.5 litre laundry liquid, 2 for $7.
It's new, it's exciting, it's all you can eat. All you can eat. All you can eat. All you can eat. Who's hungry? He
He's a bird on a mission.
This monstrous hole he's been digging in the cage floor.
The hole goes to the base of that tree.
That's deep enough for a wombat.
Can Harry stop the great cocky escape? Thursday at 7:30 on an all-new Harry's Practice. Then, the one phone call that can change their lives forever.
Congratulations. You sound like you're happy.
Who will make the grade?
That was a good one.
And who will end up on the Popstars scrap heap?
Didn't take that very well, did it?
All new Popstars, Thursday at 8.
Here we are back at Mowbray. The music is playing. The horses are now on the track for the 2002 Gold Sovereign Stakes, the second of our big three races this afternoon, worth $100,000. The local independent liquor stores Gold Sovereign Stakes, and a big fight for favouritism too here, Shane.
Yes, that's certainly the case, Peter. The top pair are Fracas and Venus a Go-Go in the market, both just less than the each way quote, around $4 on Tote Tasmania. Fracas and Venus a Go-Go. Fracas has only had a handful of starts, 4 in all for 3 wins. Trained by John Blacker, another of the Blacker dynasty, and to be ridden by Stephen Masgiel today. It's the popular one, just ahead of Venus a Go-Go, who ran second behind Fracas and at Elwick on Hobart Cup Day. It's to be ridden by Jared Loracini. Then we go out to Highclere, number 3, and number 5, Dream Quest. But Fracas and Venus a Go-Go ahead of Highclere and Dream Quest for favouritism here in race number 6, the Gold Sovereign Stakes.
And of course, Stephen Masgiel hasn't ridden a winner yet on Launceston Cup Day. He normally does. This might be him for car number 7. Let's go over to Nick Duigan and check out the betting. Nick.
Okay, thanks very much, Murph. Well, I'm here with one of the hardest working bookies here on course at the moment, Mr. Dennis Wheel, and we're looking at the 6th race. Mate, what's happening here? Who's the money for?
The money's come for Highclere and Dream Quest, and also Fracas and Venus a Go-Go, all heavily backed.
Okay, mate, and what about cup betting at this stage? How are the punters going?
Yeah, the punters are with Gay Waterhouse on Sarayoff, and IMAX and St Andrews is the best of the locals, with also some money for Bondi Iceberg.
Okay, Murph, well, there's a bit of money starting to flow down here. Dennis is running about. As we said, those horses starting to come in, bit of support for those. We'll see how they go, mate. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Nick. And yes, a very exciting betting race for this one for the 2-year-olds. Very hard to line up the form when most of the horses have only had 2 or 3 starts. One horse in the race is number 9, Confibulator. That's being ridden by Karen McAvoy, who's over here to ride in the big race, the Cup. Karen McAvoy, of course, champion jockey from Interstate. He's on Vitelli in the Launceston Cup, number 13. Let's see how his form is coming up in number 9, Confabulator, number 9 here in the Gold Sovereign Stakes. Venus a Go-Go has a big chance. Ian Hay, the trainer from Longford, and looks like all the money is on number 7 as well. Shane, they're starting to move in over there near the starting area, and plenty of music down here on course. Can you see what's happening?
Well, I can, Murph. I can see that you're almost going to be one of the backup singers in the live entertainment that's taking place here at Mowbray this afternoon, but the runners are over at the local independent liquor stores Gold Sovereign Stakes, starting position over at the 1200 metre mark. One giving trouble already is Lady Runyon, to be ridden by Jodie Borrett, trained by Jimmy Taylor here at Mowbray, formerly of King Island. Jim bases his horses here at Mowbray during the Cups Carnival. And Lady Runyon proving a handful over at the starting point. You can see the other runners milling around at the start here. As Nick mentioned with Dennis Whelan, that Fracas and Venus a Go-Go are the popular picks. We saw the boards around 9 to 4. That's around $3.25 on Tote Tasmania figures. Alluvi in the top weights, an interesting runner. It's only had the 3 starts for 2 wins, and then it came up against Fracas at its last start and was beaten 3 lengths. Has the services of Simon Snell today, the top weight. It's going to come up into barrier number 7. Bulbasaur, 1 win from 4 starts, but certainly has shown ability. Highclere's the interesting runner, trained by the trainer of the moment, Terry Evans, who's had wonderful success in recent weeks with the mighty Noble Sensation, who, by the way, won this race back in 1999. So Noble Sensation's gone on with the job. We've seen many champions come through the Gold Sovereign Stakes here over the years. The most famous of those, of course, was the champion Alpha, owned by Barry Larter and trained by Barry Campbell. That won the race back in 1996, ridden by Bev Buckingham, who we saw today inducted into the Hall of Fame. That was a wonderful presentation for Max Baker and Bev Buckingham, and we'll have a chat with Max a little later in the day, Pete. But magnificent crowd building up here for Cup Day, Amy Cup Day for 2002.
Yes, and some great winners of this Gold Sovereign Stakes in the past. That famous horse Alpha that took all before for him on the mainland after winning the Gold Sovereign Stakes here at Mowbray. Also, Vetiver has won this race, and Noble Sensation, which has had a welcome return to form of late, is also a past winner of the Gold Sovereign Stakes. Just to make mention too that earlier on today, Luke Curry won the first 2 races. The first 2 races were won by number 2, and Luke Curry in this one coming up is on a pretty well fancied horse, number 3, High Claire. High Claire's had 3 starts, a first and a second. And that late news for those that haven't found out already, if they're having a bet in the Cup, number 6, Lord Baracus, has been withdrawn. It was a scratching this morning due to an elevated temperature, which I'm getting right now. Quite warm out here. The temperature around the place is around 22, 23 degrees. The expected rain has drifted away. We're not expecting any rain in Launceston until Thursday afternoon. So that stands well for the rest of the afternoon here. And they're getting set now for the Gold Sovereign Stakes. Is there another champion in the making? Let's go back to Shane Yates.
Thanks, Peter. Well, Fracas certainly is loaded with a lot of potential. Fracas with 4 starts to 3 wins. Stephen Maskill has the ride for Johnny Blacker this afternoon. It goes up into barrier number 6. At its last start, it proved too strong for Venus Agogo. Only got there in the last stride, winning by a neck. Venus Agogo had a big break, but was run down by Fracas. That was over the same distance as today's race, the 1,200 metres. Fracas was beaten by Alluvian 2 starts ago. There were excuses on that occasion. It was beaten a half length, but that, of course, brings Alluvian into the race. Trained by Alan Stubbs for wife Nancy. Now, the runners are moving up. We're only waiting on Venus Agogo and Dream Quest. They will be the last 2 to draw into the barriers for the local independent liquor stores Gold Sovereign Stakes for 2002. 1,200 metres. It'll be a very quick dash to the first corner. Jockeys will be looking to take a handy position to the first bend. Then they'll jockey for positions down the home side of the track, and then when they hit the top of the stretch, it'll be in quest of the $100,000 that is up for grabs. Now, Venus Agogo for Jared Laracini is the last one to link up. Trained by Ian Hay at Longford. He trained Anzac back in 1981 to win the Launceston Cup, ridden by Max Baker, who today goes into the Hall of Fame, and a well-deserved recipient of that award he is too. Now, Venus Agogo is the last one to link up, and they're all in the stalls now for the Gold Sovereign. 1,200 metres the journey. The favourites, Fracas and Venus Agogo. They're all ready. Light flashing away on top of the stalls. Off and racing now in the Gold Sovereign, and High Claire missed the start. Also out the back went Lady Runyon and Confabulator, and beginning quickly was Alluvian out wide. It goes up to take the lead away from Goodnick early, and Devon's Boy going up in the middle. Bulbasaur is making a quick dash towards the lead. Dream Quest settles in behind them. After missing the start, Lady Runyon is off around them, 3 and 4 wide. Going up in search of the lead, easing in behind the speed there was Fracas. Drifting back along the rail now at this point was Dream Quest. Devon's Boy is racing up closer to the lead. Back along the fence then was Goodnick, and a gap in the field to High Claire. Wider out was Confabulator, and back towards the tail end of the field now was High Claire. They run down past the 600 metre mark, and the leader is Alluvian. Leads by a length and a half. Bulbasaur is running second. Lady Runyon out 3 wide. Making up ground along the fence was Goodnick. Then Devon's Boy in the middle. Fracas is coming into the picture out 3 and 4 wide. A gap in the field then to Dream Quest. Back along the fence was High Claire looking for a run, and Confabulator is the next in the field as they come around the stretch at the 200 metre mark, and Fracas is out after Alluvian. Fracas moved up stylishly on the outside to grab the lead. The Gold Sovereign's all over. Look at him go. Fracas inside the 100, racing away, and he's beaten Dream Quest to the run of the stretch. Alluvian ran third. Wider out was Confabulator. Next in was Devon's Boy. Up along the fence then was Venus Agogo. High Claire never got into the race. Well back in the field then was Lady Quest. Knocking up was Goodnick. Alluvian couldn't go on in the stretch. It knocked up after passing the line. Well back then was Lady Runyon, and the last one in was Bulbasaur. Well, what a performance there by Fracas. We mentioned before the race that it was the one to beat, and it's put up a sensational display, and perfectly ridden by Stephen Maskill has got the prize here in the Gold Sovereign.
Go to the replay. Shane Yates, great call once again, my friend, and what a win.
Yes, Rob. Well, Fracas had the form on the board going into this race, and a beautiful ride by Stephen Maskill. Positioned it in the second half of the field, made his dash coming down towards the 600-metre mark, put himself into the race at the top of the home stretch and dashed away. And you could see at the 400-metre mark it was going to be Fracas's race. Quickly put pay to the opposition and has raced home to win. Number 7. Second placing goes to number 5, and that was Dream Quest. Third in was number 1, Alluvian. So it was 7, 5 and 1. Fourth in was Devon's Boy, and the Confabulator, who was trap wide all the way, has run in fifth spot. They ran 1:12.2, the time, which is quicker than Found East's performance last year. 1:12.2, 7, 5 and 1 the numbers. Fracas, trained by John Blacker, taking out the prize here, Rob, in race number 6.
Thank you very much, Shane Yates, and again, a great call. And let's see whether... OK, we'll go straight down to Peter Murphy in the mounting yard with the winning connections.
The winner here of the Gold Sovereign Stakes. A bit of bad luck in the previous race. John Blacker, the trainer, had Moret and was unlucky not to win, but this time it's Fracas, and congratulations, John.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Did Steve Maskill ride to instructions today? He got him in a good spot at the top of the turn.
She's a filly that's got natural pace and then likes to race forward, and from the half mile onwards, she's always in a good position to fight the finish out.
And it was a great finish, a great storming run home, and that all goes well for the future of this horse.
Yeah, she's only a small filly, as you can see there, and she's had 5 runs now, and she's won 4. Unlucky not to win 5 out of 5, and today, after that, I've asked him, she's definitely the best 2-year-old in the state.
Well, we know Steve Maskill always runs on Launceston Cup Day. Today was the day. What about one more big coming up very shortly, Dartington in the Launceston Cup?
Yeah, Dartington's done well since it's Ledger, and she's a lightweight chance.
John, congratulations. Your horse is coming in behind us right now. Doesn't look like it's even blowing any wind.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations, John Blacker, the trainer of the winner of this big race this afternoon, the Gold Sovereign Stakes, Fracas, and the big one not far away, the Amy Launceston Cup, and John's got a runner in that as well. Back to Rob Fairs.
And thank you very much, Murph. I think we'll go to the divvies now and check them out for the Gold Sovereign Stakes. And as you can see there, Fracas number 7 paying $3.60 and $1.60 the place. For number 5, Dream Quest second, paying $1.90, and Alluvian came in third, number 1, and paying $3.70. Let's go back down to Murph in the mounting yard. And Murph, what's this? Betting for charity, and you're off to a great start. Well, you were.
Yes, I'm off to a flyer. I didn't have a bet in that race because we're a little bit busy down here, but in the previous event we had $10 for Autism Tasmania on the winner, which of course was Aberdeener, and it was a short-priced favourite, but we ended up increasing our pool by $25, so my total at the moment is $75. I would hazard a guess that the other gurus who are here betting won't be anywhere near that.
Find that out. We'll go to Nick Duigan and Jo Cornish now. Nick, how are you going in the betting?
Well, Rob, it's a black day for the Pat Rafter Cherish the Children Foundation. Let's just say that. We're hemorrhaging money down here. At least I am, Jo. I hope you're faring a little bit better. How are you going in the betting?
Oh, well, not too well, but I've got a rather unorthodox method. I'm just copying the person who I end up standing behind in the queue. So I'm really not sure how it's going to go. But for you all, we've got $50 each. We are trying to make some money for our charities. Mine is diabetes, and fingers crossed we won't end up in the black.
Indeed, Jo. The red even. An interesting anecdote about Jo's betting. She just bet on a Melbourne race, thinking it was race 6 here at Mowbray, but someone was on the Melbourne races. So, Jo, with that sort of logic, anything's possible. Robbie, as I said, I've spoken to Pat Rafter this morning. He's very excited about having me on board in this betting thing, but at the minute, not going that well. I'll get better.
We can only hope. You can't get much worse, can you? All right, well, action of plenty here. We're going to take a short break. Be back at Mowbray right after this.
By the way, insure with Amy and you can get new for old replacement, as well as fast settlement on claims.
Next time you go out for the bread, go to Cripps New Bake, because you'll be buying a slice of Tasmanian heritage. You'll be sustaining tradition and rewarding hard work, keeping the family healthy and satisfied. You'll be supporting Tasmania's only flour mill, and you'll be backing a company employing your fellow Tasmanians, a company that's become a Tasmanian tradition. Worthwhile shopping trip, eh? Cripps Newbake, still Tasmania's master baker.
What's this? Something Mum's tried out in us. Tastes all right. Better than the last stuff. Supposed to be good for us. Then it's horrible. You just said you liked it. Yeah, but we can't let Mum know that we like something that's good for us. Why? Because she'll think it's not healthy and stop giving it to us. Then it's horrible. Right.
Trade and save now at Harvey Norman. Turn your old electrical items into dollars off new ones. Get $100 trade-in when you buy any fridge or freezer over 200 litres. Trade and save on this Westinghouse 280-litre frost-free fridge. It's only $5.99 after trade-in. Or trade and save on this Fisher & Paykel Elegance 517-litre fridge. Just $14.99 after trade-in. And the LG 608-litre side-by-side, only $1,699 after trade-in. Trade and save now at Harvey Norman.
Hello again, everyone. The jobs of Ansett call centre employees in Tasmania look finished. The Tesna deal has fallen over, with Lindsay Fox and Solomon Liu pulling out of the deal. There has been 2 more escapes from the Ashley Detention Centre. The Liberals are pushing for an announcement on the future of ferry services across Bass Strait. Meanwhile, crisis talks continue to save Incat. All the day's top stories tonight, first at 6 on Southern Cross Nightly News. In a moment, we'll take you back to Mowbray and the running of the Amy Launceston Cup.
As you can see, plenty of action, colour and excitement here at Mowbray this afternoon, home of the Amy Launceston Cup. Well, Jo Cornish is our fashion expert this afternoon. She's been out and about. Let's take a look at what she's been up to.
Well, of course, the highlight of any race meeting has to be the fashions on the field. And as far as the Launceston Cup goes, this is the lady who knows all about that. Sue Reese, thank you so much for joining us, looking beautiful as ever.
Thank you very much, Jo.
So what is it that the judges will be looking for in this year's fashions on the field?
Right, well, it will be the total look. The accessories, the hats, the shoes, everything. They'll be looking to see that everything matches. Lengths, you're going to see all lengths, right from ankle length right up to mini. The jewellery, I think, will be very interesting this year. I do know of a lot of girls that have said they're going to get into their mother's jewel box and bring out the old faithfuls, but that's what it's about. It's fashion today, is so exciting. Hats, we are really looking at the hats this year. The judges will be looking and choosing actual hats from each section, so they'll be asked to stay back, and that will be a special feature at the finish of the fashions on the field.
And the colours, Sue, they've been so vibrant and really bright.
They are. Just looking around when I first arrived this morning, it's just so beautiful, the florals, the big prints. But the hats, as I said, I think the hats are just so stunning.
They certainly are. Sue Reese, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Jo.
And we'll be bringing you more from the fashions right around the track throughout the afternoon.
Thank you very much, Jo. Well, a man who's managed to catch up with 2 extremely powerful men is Nick Duigan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, World Cup Day certainly brings out the luminaries, and I have 2 of, well, not so much Tasmania's, but Australia's great men with me here at the moment. First of all, Premier Jim Bacon, welcome to Launceston, sir, and the Launceston Cup. And What do you make of it so far?
Well, it's another great day for the Launceston Cup, and as usual, the people have really put on some effort. They're having a great day, and we've got some great people here.
Indeed. Before we move on to John, I'll ask for a regal tip if His Excellency
I'm
might.
standing next to Bondi Iceberg.
Yeah, but that's a Sydney horse.
I would like Barama Star to win it.
Okay.
Some mates of mine in Hobart have got it and won the Hobart Cup last year, and it'll be fantastic, but we'll see how it goes. I'm no racing expert, so listen to this man.
Okay, well, let's talk to the racing expert. He's the racing expert, the advertising expert, pretty much an expert on anything. Mr. John Singleton. Welcome to Launceston, John.
Lose 100, mate. There's a few advantages.
Now, John, let's talk racing. Particularly, you're being bandied about as the saviour of Tasmanian racing, the Messiah. Can you tell us quickly about that?
Well, I know nothing of it. I know nothing of it. But I do know that this is a natural home for racing. This could be to Australia what Ireland is to Europe. It can be, you know, geographically and so forth. And I met this morning with the chairman and the CEO of the Tote, and they're thinking, I thought I went to the meeting a bit negatively thinking, oh, this is a bit big, but they're thinking a lot bigger than I am. So having been at the sales yesterday, I think there could well be a revolution next year or two, if the Premier's on side.
All right, well, you have to twist his arm, John. Now, more specifically...
Anything good for Tasmania, mate. Easy in, I know that.
Let's talk about your runner in the Cup today. What, obviously, dead set cert.
Oh, I'd say so, buddy. I want to do the talk now, get the trophy presentation over and done with, so we have a few beers, but they want to run the race. But there is... Mate, I got to tell you, I have local horse wins. I always think, I remember once we had a horse got beaten by the Arabs in the Melbourne Cup. No, I know we have to be international and global, but I think the locals ought to win it. So
now,
I'm still hoping for St Andrews.
Word has passed around, John.
And us and Macca, but if they're not going to win,
you'd take it.
I'll take it, yeah. I feel a bit bad about it, but not for long.
Words passed around that you're on course, mate, and everybody's saying that if it gets up, Bondi Iceberg gets up, the cry of free beer for everybody. The chances of that?
No good, because it's the wrong brand.
I'm still talking to him. I'm still talking to him.
Well,
all right.
If you can get a Lion Nathan brand here quick, but if I ever shouted the other mob, I'd lose all that money, and then I couldn't buy the horse, and I couldn't have a punt.
Getting very, very political down here at the minute, Robbie. I better give this one back to you. I'll stick around and see what we can do about the free beer. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick, and I'm sure you'll sort that out. Well, Peter Murphy has also managed to catch up with someone extremely important with Amy.
Yes, thanks, Rob. The Amy Launceston Cup worth $200,000. The richest race we've had run on this race course wouldn't be possible without Amy, and the Chief Executive Officer of Amy, Mr. Brian Keane, is with me today. Brian, first of all, thanks for the cap.
It's you. It suits.
And what a great day. Have you you've been to a lot of race meetings. Does this stack up with them?
Oh, look, this is obviously one of the best. It's certainly up there with those carnival days in Melbourne. I know on a much smaller scale, perhaps, but it's certainly up there in terms of public support and involvement. It's right up there.
And your involvement to the tune of about $1.7 million for the Summer Racing Carnival in Tasmania, obviously proving a big hit with public and also for the company as well.
Well, that's right. The thing that's encouraged us is the fact that everybody seems to be on the one side, whether it's the government or Tote Tasmania or the race clubs. Everybody's doing the working in unison to produce an outcome.
Well, it's fantastic to have your involvement, and I'm sure it'll be with us for years to come. Yep. One thing we do need to know, you've been on a lot of racetracks, we need a race tip for the Cup.
Look, I don't have that many friends that I can afford to lose any by tipping, but Andrew Ramsden's here. He wouldn't be here but for no good reason, so I think Vitelli.
Vitelli. Brian, thank you very much for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Brian Keane with us from Amy, the Chief Executive Officer. Vitelli for him. Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Murph. We'll find out your tips a little bit later on. Time to take a break. We'll be back to Mowbray after this.
I was bringing out my wheelie bin. I looked up and I thought it was a burglar.
He was looking down his chimney and this possum come out and give him a hell of a fright.
He's trying to pull himself up and then... he falls over the fence! He falls over the fence!
The Amy guy's out at 11 o'clock that night. Said he'd have it sorted by Wednesday.
This kind of first aid experience
has helped design this first aid course. The fees from every course help to support St John volunteers, and every course could help you save a life.
And to make sure you use a fresh tortellini, just like Mama's.
See, Mama.
And then the sauce, it must have some ripened tomato.
Okay, Mama.
And the basil and onion, always fresh.
Introducing new Dolmio frozen bowls. Your favourite pasta has never been so fresh.
Ciao.
Ciao, Mama.
Dolmio frozen bowls in 8 fresh varieties.
Check out the team from Curtains and Blinds. They're flat out because of their summer sale. Their customers are saving heaps on roller blinds, awnings, vertical and Venetian blinds, and getting a free make on their curtains. Curtains and Blinds summer sale, Invermay Road, Launceston.
If it's out of season and it's out of date, then it's out the door. At Oliver's Performance Sport and Cycle massive summer clearance sale. This is your chance to save on quality sports gear at heavily reduced prices. So before all the best bargains are run out, get into Oliver's in the Mall, Devonport.
Go Harvey Norman for the mini 2-seater sofa. It's available in a selection of fabrics and is great value for money at only $3.99. The Dale 2-seater sofa is affordably priced at $5.99 and is available in a big choice of bright colours. The Oslo 2-seater sofa is fabulous value for money, available in a choice of fabrics and colours for $6.49. And the Carolina 2-seater sofa is available in a choice of plain fabric colours for $5.99.
From a common problem
This room looks terrible with all this mold.
to a major makeover, you won't believe how much value Joanna and our expert team add to this home.
Can't believe it.
Auction Squad, Friday 7:30.
Welcome back, and as you can see at magnificent Mowbray, a massive crowd for the running of the 2002 AAMI Launceston Cup coming up at 4 or 12 past 4 this afternoon. Let's go down to Jo Cornish. Jo, what are you up to?
Well, the fashions here at the 2002 AAMI Launceston Cup is certainly bright, very vivacious, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people to be very creative, as Carol has been here, looking at her gorgeous hat. Now, you actually designed this yourself, didn't you?
I did. I just sort of threw a few things on the hat on Saturday night, and I just sort of added more and more, and I was quite pleased with the way it came out.
It's beautiful. Now, Luana, beautiful colours, the pinks and the purple, they're really in fashion, aren't they? Do you think we'll be seeing a lot of this brightness today?
So, yes, from what I've seen so far today, yes, there is a lot of colour today, yes.
And can we ask you, where did you get your outfit from?
My hat's from the pharmacy out at Meadow Mews, and my dress is from Catherine's.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning, just gorgeous. And finally, Holly, very bright, little bit of gold, really vivacious. Do you think this is what a lot of the young women will be wearing, these sorts of dresses today?
Yes, definitely. Lots of bright colours and things like that, and also a lot of plain things as well. I think pretty much anything goes at the Launceston Cup.
Certainly seems to, doesn't it? Well, the three of you look gorgeous. Thank you so much for chatting to us. And I'm sure we're not going to have very much trouble at all finding lots of beautiful fashions right throughout this area.
I think you're exactly right, Jo. Thanks for that. Well, this afternoon, just after 4 o'clock, history will be created yet again. But right now, let's go back in time and witness a few memorable moments of Launceston Cup history. Over the years, the Launceston Cup has certainly produced plenty of unforgettable memories, and the 1992 race was no exception. The David Hall-trained Pelagic jumped away the hot favourite.
Eros Valley dwelt, beginning very fast was Cara Karam, and Inchgow was showing some early speed. So was Rich Dreams, and then came Eros Valley, who got going after that slow getaway.
At the 800-metre mark, 50-1 chance Star Cheers from Flinders Island made its move. It went on to cause one of the biggest upsets in Cup history.
On the outside now, grabbing the lot of them here, it was Star Cheers who's taken the lead. The rank outside of Star Cheers in front. Coming at it now is Russian Rogue. Star Cheers in front near the line, it's going to win. Star Cheers wins the Cup. Pelagic flying home, but too late. Russian Rogue was third.
He could stay, and yeah, had a bit of ability and a bit of guts, as you said, fighting ability.
Only after its victory did the full extent of its win come to fruition. Nearly everyone from Flinders Island had money on Star Cheers, and following its win, rumour has it the entire community partied continuously for 3 months.
And I was one of them over there.
So how long did you party for after?
No, I couldn't. I only went over. Supposed to go a week. I stayed 4 days. They were too good for me. I'm out of it.
The 1995 race was another unforgettable moment. The Gay Waterhouse-trained Boloco jumped away the 5-4 on favourite. It was expected to win in a cakewalk, but 66-1 shot Free Beer had other ideas.
Boloco's not in it at the moment. It's Free Beer still the leader. Top Gallant can't quite get to him. Boloco finishing late now. It's still in front though. Free Beer, he's still the leader near the line, and they're not going to get him, I don't think. Free Beer and Boloco, and Free Beer has won the cup.
When he turned for home and he kicked again, and he kept on starving them off, I thought, well, you know, he's going to get there. And then there's this late challenge as a wall of horses came, and you know, it was such a big buzz. And
after its win, Free Beer enjoyed superstar status. And a year later, despite an interrupted preparation through injury, he and jockey Corey Kingston teamed up again. The Tony Noonan-trained Navajo Flash attracted all the attention, but Free Beer stole the show again.
Free Beer is still the leader. Don't tell me he's going to win it again. He's still in front, Free Beer. He's won it back to back, and Free Beer goes on to win the cup from ticking away.
Yeah, to lead all the way and to win more convincingly than he did the year beforehand, and on totally different circumstances, different turf. You know, it was a feeling that you could never ever explain, or but you hope one day to feel again.
Free Beer, who'll lead out the runners in this afternoon's Amy Launceston Cup, is the last horse to have won the event back-to-back. His double took trainer Gary White's Launceston Cup's tally to 3, following an earlier success with Scruples in 1995. Later today, Gary White could taste Launceston Cup glory yet again, but 15 other runners are just as determined to get their names into the history books. Yeah, Free Beer, what a superstar he was. Well, we'll take a break from Mowbray. Back soon as Cup hype builds.
The Amy man's in the house already.
Don't be so nosy.
They've offered them a hotel for the night.
Which hotel?
If required, in an emergency, Amy can arrange temporary accommodation for you.
Trust Browns to bring you their extraordinary gold sale. 15 to 50% off magnificent gold chains, earrings and bracelets. Extraordinary gold and extraordinary prices. The extraordinary gold sale. Trust Browns, the jewelers.
Do star signs influence our lives? Discover for yourself and learn and understand astrology. This practical magazine, including free astrology pack, explores the fascinating possibilities of ancient things like tarot cards. Learn and understand astrology. Out now.
To attain an overall sense of vitality and well-being, you need iron, omega-3s, protein, zinc, and vitamin B12. All of which you can get from your local butcher. Eat lean red meat at least 3 to 4 times a week, and you'll feel better for it.
Next time you go out for the bread, go to Cripps New Bake, because you'll be buying a slice of Tasmanian heritage. You'll be sustaining tradition and rewarding hard work, keeping the family healthy and satisfied. You'll be supporting Tasmania's only flour mill, and you'll be backing a company employing your fellow Tasmanians, a company that's become a Tasmanian tradition. Worthwhile shopping trip, eh? Cripps New Bake, still Tasmania's master baker.
In this life, no matter how hard you try, there are some things that you just can't resist.
Sandy.
Olivia Newton-John.
Tell me about it. Stay.
And John Travolta. In the smash hit musical. Your favourite songs are back, digitally remastered. So don't fight the urge to make a date. To stay in Saturday. Grease at 7:30. Then at 9:50, check out his moves again in Saturday Night Fever.
Welcome back to Mowbray Racecourse. And as you can see, it is ablaze with colour, plenty of activity. The race less than half an hour away now. And boy, oh boy, the mainland contingent have come over here in force. They want our cup. But right now we're going to check out one of Tasmania's best chances. St Andrew's story is one that is nothing short of remarkable. George Blacker paid just $200 for him as a weanling. St Andrews wasn't broken in until he was 3, after spending his early years as a lead pony. The 7-year-old has come a long way since then. 9 wins from 39 starts, with career prize money of over $320,000. The 2000 Launceston Cup, his first big win.
In the straight, Mount Arthur comes at St Andrews. They've got it between them. St Andrews on the outside doing better. Fighting back as Mount Arthur, but St Andrews is in front in the cup. Mount Arthur rallying on the rail, but St Andrews in front. Mount Arthur lunges. St Andrews won it. St Andrews won it about ahead on the line. To Mount Arthur, close for third.
In this year's Amy Hobart Cup, St Andrews again showed his class, coming from second last in the back straight to win in race record time.
St Andrews goes to IMAX. St Andrews and IMAX stride for stride, and St Andrews wins the cup. St Andrews first, IMAX second. Lord Baracus has run third.
This afternoon, St Andrews has the chance to become the first horse since the mighty New Zealander Bralos in 1976 to win the Hobart Launceston Cup double.
Well, I think he's better than what he was before the Hobart Cup.
He's looking in awesome form.
Yeah, he looks great at the moment, and he's worked very well this morning and Friday as well. Very pleased with him.
Longford trainer George Hollywood Blacker could also enter the history books this afternoon. He's won the Hobart Cup twice, and if St Andrews does win later today, it will be Blacker's 3rd Launceston Cup victory, to take his career tally to 5, equalling current Tasmanian Cups king Gary White.
Well, I take it pretty casual. It's just another race to me, and I like to win the race, but I'm not going to get all hyped up before the race and just let it happen. Well, I mean, he's that way. I'm going into this race a winner and a track record winner, so mine is as good as any.
He certainly is. He really is a character, George Hollywood Blacker from Longford. We'll take a break. Back after this.
By the way, insure with Amy and you can get new for old replacement, as well as fast settlement on claims.
And to make sure you use a fresh tortellini, just like Mama's.
See, Mama.
And then the sauce, it must have some ripened tomato.
Okay, Mama.
And the basil and onion, always fresh.
Introducing new Dolmio frozen bowls. Your favourite pasta has never been so fresh.
Ciao.
Ciao, Mama.
Dolmio frozen bowls in 8 fresh varieties.
I was always a big girl, always overweight. My friends would say, oh, you're just big-boned. But I knew the truth. I knew that I was just plain overweight. And I finally called Jenny Craig.
New Year's resolution not working? Call Jenny Craig on 131992 and get back on track. You can lose 10 kilos for just $10. Call 131992 today.
With Jenny Craig, I lost 20 kilos. And you know what? I think my bones must have shrunk.
Next time you go out for the bread, go to Cripps New Bake, because you'll be buying a slice of Tasmanian heritage. You'll be sustaining tradition and rewarding hard work, keeping the family healthy and satisfied. You'll be supporting Tasmania's only flour mill, and you'll be backing a company employing your fellow Tasmanians, a company that's become a Tasmanian tradition. Worthwhile shopping trip, eh? Cripps New Bake, still Tasmania's master baker.
The Pure Foods Blessing of the Harvest Longford is on Sunday, March the 3rd. Attractions include the magnificent Coppers Parade, free children's entertainment, a pet parade featuring puppies from the Royal Guide Dog Centre, the blessing ceremony, state sheep tossing titles, food and refreshments, and the Paddywhack Bush Band. Admission is only $5 and kids under 16 are free. Treat yourself to the Pure Foods Blessing of the Harvest Longford, Sunday, March the 3rd.
A boring history lesson.
This guy's a loser.
Takes an interesting turn.
All right, funny guy. You think teaching's easy? Why don't you take a class?
Some classroom verbal sparring. But has he met his match? Home and away.
And
and welcome back to Mowbray Racecourse. Very important time, 13 minutes away from race start. Behind me, the jockeys are getting their instructions from the connections and trainers. They're about to mount up, head onto the track, do a preliminary, and before too long, we'll be hearing Shane Yates' call of the 2002 Amy Launceston Cup. It's electric. John Singleton's here in the mounting yard. He's obviously gone over and shaken the hands of a couple of bookmakers because his horse has firmed pretty well in the betting. We'll get to the betting shortly, but first of all, along with Shane Yates, let's have a look at the colours and the jockeys as the horses get ready for this big event. Number 1, Shane, is Zarayev.
Yes, and it's the popular pick with most of punters earlier in the day, Peter. It's had the services of Brian York engaged for today, trained by Gay Waterhouse, carries the 57.5 kilograms, has tremendous form coming down from Sydney, and will certainly be very hard to toss here in the Cup. Brian York, one of the best riders in Australasia, taking the mount today on the top weight, number 1.
And of course, St Andrews, number 2, a local favourite, still firm in the betting at around 6-1, and the locals will be hoping for Steve Maskell to ride a double today. Yes,
well, St Andrews, the winner of this race 2 years ago, Peter, and of course, just a fortnight ago, took out the Amy Hobart Cup in slashing style, coming from last. We'll need to do likewise today from barrier number 17. I fancy that Steve Maskell will have to drop St Andrews out and come with one slashing run, and that's the way St Andrews can take the Cup this year. But 57 kilograms, barrier 17, certainly no favours at barrier draw.
Well, you spoke to Charlie Goggin earlier, the trainer of Brahma Star. Charlie, of course, now based in Geelong. Brahma Star winning a race at Geelong 3 starts back, and he's number 3.
Yes, we just see Steve Maskell jumping aboard St Andrews there. Brahma Star had a total of 49 starts for 11 wins and 15 placings, has barrier number 16. Another former Hobart Cup winner, Brendan McCool, in the saddle today, 54.5 kgs.
The one South Australian in the field is number 4, Astrolante. Not given much of a chance. Jared Laroncini coming over to ride, and Ken Sweeney, the trainer.
Yes, a recent South Australian winner, Peter, and certainly not without a chance. Will start big odds, has barrier number 10. Ken Sweeney knows what it's all about, with 54.5 kilograms, carrying the colours of gold with red spots and a cap. Will start from barrier 10.
And the runner-up in this year's Hobart Cup, IMAX, is number 5.
Yes, IMAX has Jason Patton aboard for Michael Moroney. It's interesting that Michael, with 2 runners in the race, that Kieran McAvoy has chosen to ride Vitelli, but Jason Patton certainly won't harm the chances of IMAX, who was runner-up to St Andrews in the Hobart Cup this year.
Skip number 6, Lord Baracus, it's a scratching. Number 7, Gold God. My young fella Lewis is putting his money on this one today, but I don't know if it can get there, Shane.
Well, Terry McAllister's been riding well of late with... combining with Noble Sensation to take out the weight for age races, but Gold God will have the task ahead, particularly from barrier 15, but has been in great form so far this season.
What a change a year makes. Naucho was one of the favourites for this race last year, but around about 66-1 with the bookmakers.
Yes, we know that Naucho can always run the distance. Len Dixon, the mentor of Naucho, Shane Quilty has the ride. Barrier number 3, it'll drop out and be working home stylishly at the end.
Jack Green's had a good day today. He saddles up number 9, Fanta's Revenge.
Fanta's Revenge was well supported in the Hobart Cup and ran 8th, beaten 5.5 lengths, and looked for an improvement today with the champion apprentice Craig Newitt aboard.
And a bit of money and a bit of talk about Wobbly, number 10.
Yes, well, John Luttrell's been firing with Wobbly so far this season, a recent winner at Elwick, beating Gold God with Craig Newitt aboard, so watch out for number 10, Wobbly, starting from barrier 2.
Number 11, Bundalagua, 50-1 chance, trained by Terry Rolls.
Yes, well, the veteran grey, Bundalagua, raced pretty well leading up to the Devonport Cup and was one of the main chances there, went to Hobart and ran 7th behind St Andrews, was only beaten 5 lengths. Terry Rolls, certainly a master trainer, and Bundalagua no doubt primed for a big effort today.
The second favourite on the bookmakers' boards is number 12, Bondi Iceberg.
Well, Bondi Iceberg dropped 7.5 kilograms on its run here behind Dartington at the weekend, was only beaten a neck, comes with good Warwick Farm winning form, big chance Bernadette Cooper in the saddle.
Kieran McAvoy comes over to ride number 13, Vitelli.
Yes, Vitelli carries the Michael Moroney colours. We saw it win with Brew in the Melbourne Cup just 2 years ago, and Kieran McAvoy will use all his brilliance from barrier number 14 and look out for a big run here from Vitelli, number 13.
Number 14, Dartington, a last start winner over Bondi Iceberg.
Yes, good winner in the St Leger, Peter, John Blacker. The Blacker family on fire today. Look for Dartington, number 14. Will carry only 50 kilograms. Lisa Boulding's been riding in terrific fashion of late, and Dartington certainly has a big chance.
Drawing barrier number 1, Nunkerry Karika, number 15.
Recent winner over Willow Springs, 3rd to Wobbly recently and finished down the track behind St Andrews, looking elsewhere for Nunkerry Karika.
The only runner for Gary White this year is Straight Dash, number 16.
Well, Straight Dash, 16 starts for 3 wins. Straight Dash will certainly start big odds today.
And Usson Macca, the lucky entry in the field after the scratching of Lord Baracus.
Yes, well, Ken Dixon will be delighted to get a run with Usson Macca. Not without a chance, it'll start big odds, but certainly can run the distance.
The horses are now running around towards the barrier. Won't be too long before we see the start of this year's Amy 2002 Launceston Cup. Nick Duigan's in the car park.
Thank you very much, Murph. Well, one of the features of Cup Day, I guess, is the atmosphere, and it's very difficult for you at home to get a feeling of what that's like. But what we'll do is just have a walk through. This is the car park area here at Magnificent Mowbray, and you'll meet some interesting characters along the way. Basically, the Cup's about to start, and you've got some people moving away to watch the race, and back here we've got the more nonchalant racegoers. So let's see what they've got to say. Hello there. I must say I love your hat. Can you tell me about that?
It's just a homemade hat.
It's very, very nice. Now, what about betting on the Cup? What can you tell us? A tip, please.
Number 11.
Has number 11 a name?
Thunder something.
Thunder something? Thank you very much. Another eminently well-informed punter there. Down here we're getting people. Oh, okay, here we go. The Peanut Gallery. Yes, hello, lovely hat. Can you tell us about the Cup? Who's your money on?
Probably St Andrews, yeah.
Yeah, probably, or is?
Might be.
Okay, well, what you'll need to do is go and get a bet on quickly. They're not bad out here, they're not bad. We might actually just turn around. A bit of a tide of people walking the other way, walking away from the racecourse, interestingly enough. Excuse me, madam, where are you off to? Running away?
No.
What? I beg your pardon? You all right?
Yes.
Being led. Now, tell us about your Cup Day experience so far.
Ask Bronwyn.
Hello, Bronwyn. Tell us about your Cup Day experience so far.
Well, I've just been helping out to organise the fashions on the field, and now I'm about to go and put a bet on. And don't ask me who I'm going to put a bet on, because I don't know yet till I have a look.
There you go. Late, but probably as good a chance as anyone. Excuse me, sir. You look eminently well presented to give us a winner. Pick us a winner here in the Launceston Cup, the Amy Cup.
Well, St Andrews, of course.
And why would you say that?
Local.
Local, that's it, a bit of local favourite. We've got a few sort of interlopers here today, haven't we?
We have, but we're here to prove that we're the best.
Very good. Okay, we'll press on. Oh, we've seen you, I think. Just follow me down this way. Ah, yes, this young man looks...
Hello, Tiger Prawn.
A mafia-style fellow. Can you tell us about... I beg your pardon, a tip?
Vitelli.
Something or other. Yep, something for line honours there, apparently. They're not really bright. If you walk further back, actually, into the car park area, into the picnic area, you'll find fine foods and wines and a lot of them. Actually, not that many people back here just at the moment, but we'll sneak up on a few. Now, this looks to be a very, very deep conversation, and I'm sure a lot of high-level decisions are being made. Good afternoon and welcome to our coverage of the Launceston Cup.
Oh, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
That's nice.
Now, it's a beautiful day. It couldn't be better. A lovely hat, wonderful hat. May I
Wonderful hat, except I can't see out from under it.
Never mind about that. In a word, a winner.
A winner. I've picked wobbly. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. There's going to be plenty of them wobbly down here, Robbie. So pretty much that's about it. Good luck, good tipping. Enjoy the Cup.
Thank you very much, Nick. He's got a tough job, but someone has to do it. All right, well, what we're going to do now is take a break and be back with the Cup very soon.
I was bringing out my wheelie bin. I looked up and I thought it was a burglar.
He was looking down his chimney and this possum come out and give him a hell of a fright.
He's trying to pull himself up and then he falls over the fence. He falls over the fence.
The Amy guy's out at 11 o'clock that night. Said he'd have it sorted by Wednesday.
If I buy you a dog, you have to look after him. Take him for walks. Remember to feed him. And let him know who's boss.
Snoopy now comes with a Super McDonald's Happy Meal. There's 12 different Snoopies to mix and match. Collect them all over 8 weeks. They're only with a Super McDonald's Happy Meal, so be quick.
Next time you go out for the bread, go to Cripps New Bake, because you'll be buying a slice of Tasmanian heritage. You'll be sustaining tradition and rewarding hard work, keeping the family healthy and satisfied. You'll be supporting Tasmania's only flour mill. and you'll be backing a company employing your fellow Tasmanians. A company that's become a Tasmanian tradition. Worthwhile shopping trip, eh? Cripps Newbake, still Tasmania's master baker.
If it's out of season and it's out of date, then it's out the door. At Oliver's Performance Sport and Cycle massive summer clearance sale. This is your chance to save on quality sports gear at heavily reduced prices. So before all the best bargains are run out, get into Oliver's in the Mall, Devonport.
The Amy man's in the house already.
Don't be so nosy.
They've offered them a hotel for the night.
Which hotel? If required, in an emergency, Amy can arrange temporary accommodation for you.
When you wake up and want the latest.
Sunrise.
From breaking news.
We're following the stories of the day as they develop.
To the weather that matters.
You can plan your entire day with our morning, noon and night forecasts.
Sunrise.
When you want sport, entertainment, finance.
And when you want to know how issues affect you.
Sunrise.
It's a fresh way to start your day.
With Melissa Doyle and Logie Award winner Chris Reason.
Sunrise.
Welcome back. As you can see, thousands have lined the racecourse. Why? Because the 2002 Amy Launceston Cup is about to get underway. Let's go down to Nick Duigan now and get his tips. Nick.
All right, thanks very much, Rob. We'll get Jo's tips because she's going beautifully at the minute, betting all over the country. Joey, give us something for the Cup.
I am indeed. Well, I'm saying Bondi Iceberg. That's to win. I like Wobbly and I like Fanta's Revenge because they have great names.
Thank you very much. We've all seen Joe Wobbly. Robbie, I'm going for IMAX from Bro Rama Star with St Andrews third. Get on them. They're sure things. Couldn't be better. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. We'll believe that. Let's go to mine now, and I am tipping St Andrews to come in first from Vitelli and Bondi Iceberg to come in third in the Launceston Cup. Now let's go down to Murph and find out what he's backing.
For what it's worth, Rob, I've put my hard-earned money on the top weight, number 1, Zarayev, to win from number 2, St Andrews, who'll be storming home, and you never know what Bondi Iceberg might do. It could win by the length of the straight. But 1, 2 and 12 for me, and Autism Tasmania have $20 each way, number 1, Zarayev, and I think Shane, being an expert, might even go the same way.
Yes, well, we teed that up before, didn't we, Pete, to come up with the same tips to make it sound like we knew what we were talking about. I'm going with the top weight, Zarayev. Brian York gave Waterhouse very hard to toss. Had good form coming down from New South Wales. I'd love to see a Tasmanian victory. Although, as I mentioned a little earlier, Yvonne Smith, formerly from Latrobe, now living on the Gold Coast, still refers to Tasmania as home. So Yvonne will be hoping that the top weight Zarayev can take the prize here at Mowbray this afternoon. Big crowd, runners moving up into the barrier now for the Amy Launceston Cup of 2002. The favourite on Tote Tasmania is IMAX at around $5, Bondi Iceberg at $6, along with Zarayev and St Andrews, and Gold God also well and truly in the market.
Number 1, Zarayev, in the ring has firmed in from 9-2 this morning to 5-2 now. So a very short price favourite is number 1, Zarayev. IMAX at 4-1 and Bondi Iceberg at 9-2. They're the main ones in the market with Vitelli at 4-1. 2,400 metres is the distance of the Amy Launceston Cup. Let's have a look at the course. 2,400 metres, the finish there, and the start a little bit different from the last few years, Shane, with them changing the distance.
Certainly is, Pete, and the lights flashing on top of the stalls for the Amy Launceston Cup of 2002. Zarayev drawn close to the rail. They're away and racing in the Cup. Straight dash, missed it by a couple of lengths. And the grey Bundalagia in a lightning dash across the field is going to lead. Bundalagia charging up to grab the lead. Zarayev began brilliantly down close to the rail. And the Popular Pick is running second on the fence as they swing into the stretch the first time. Dunkirk Karika settles third from Arsene Macca. Bondi Iceberg tightened up in the middle. Wobbly's got the inside run to run up into 4th and 5th spot, and Dartington trap wide. Down the outside of the track, IMAX trapped 3 and 4 wide as they run down to the judges' box the first time. Between runners then was Bondi Iceberg, who's easing back, straight dash after missing the start, pushing up along the rail. A length away to Fanta's Revenge. Willback as Astrolante on settling. Naucho was next on the rail from Vitelli. 3 away in the field to Gold God. St Andrews second last. And Bro Rama Star is back at the tail end of the field. Bundalagia the leader at the 1,600 metre mark in the Cup. The grey leads by 2. In second position is the top weight Zarayev. Camp right on the speed for Brian York. A length away in the field is Dunkirk Karika. Dartington getting a little closer to the rail now, moving up into 4th position. A length away is Arsene Macca, then Wobbly. IMAX, the runner-up in the Hobart Cup, was midfield. Straight dash the rail. Then Bondi Iceberg, Fanta's Revenge, Willback trapped out 3 wide, Vitelli going forward. Then Naucho. Astrolante is fourth last at the 1200 metre mark. Wilbeck St Andrews just tacking onto the end of that pack. 3 away in the field then was Gold God, and Bray Rama Star is last and 15 off the leader as they gallop down to the 1000 metre mark, and the leader is Bundalagua, leads by a length. Zarayev has moved away from the rail now to go up to the leader's girth, only a half length away in second. Nunkiri Karika was third. Dartington with the lightweight is hooking to the outside, out 3 wide. Arson Macca was next. Bondi Iceberg into the picture. Following those runners through then was Wobbly. Then IMAX and Vitelli hooked out wide. St Andrews coming with a big run. And getting between runners was Nunkiri Karika. Bro Rama Star hooked wide from Gold God. Fanta's Revenge, Welbeck Straight Dash. Naucho is last of all. The challenges are coming at the 500 metre mark. Bundalagua tackled by Zarayev. And Dartington out wide on the track moved up to make a line of 3. Fanta's Revenge with a big run. Vitelli from a mile back. Bro Rama Star. St Andrews forcing a passage in the middle. And then IMAX as they swing. Dartington grabbed the lead out wide. In the centre, Zarayev. Here's St Andrews on the outside, looking to make history. St Andrews, the Hobart Cup winner, ran to the lead. He looks to have them beaten. St Andrews. Maskill riding vigorously, and St Andrews takes out the Amy Cup. What a performance. In second spot, Bondi Iceberg. IMAX has run third, but it's St Andrews' day yet again. Up along the fence then was Zarayev. Couldn't go on in the stretch. Then Bundalagua, Asan Macca. Dartington was close up. Wider on the track was Gold God, Straight Dash. Then Nunkiri Karika, Fanta's Revenge. Naucho, Welbeck dropping out of it was Vitelli. Bray Rama Star. Second last in the race was Astrolante. And Wobbly was last of all. What a performance. St Andrews has come from a mile back. Stephen Maskill, you can see in the centre of the pack, forcing a passage through. Grabbing the lead was Dartington on the outside, but then St Andrews has sprouted wings at the top of the stretch, and with Maskill wielding the persuader, has broken clear of the pack. Bondi Iceberg and Vitelli down the outside, late running on and getting up along the fence. Between runners there was IMAX, but it was St Andrews which caps off a marvellous day for George Blacker and the Blacker family, with Troy and John taking up the other feature races on the carnival, the Oaks and the Gold Sovereign, and a magnificent display by the winner of the Cup just 2 years ago, St Andrews, winner of this year's Hobart Cup, and another magical performance this afternoon, going to the line to win it over number 12, Bondi Iceberg, gallant in defeat. And I fancy that getting up between runners, IMAX may have just cut the stablemate Vitelli out of third spot.
Well, thank you, Shane. What a sensational race. Is there anything this horse can't do? Let's go down to Peter Murphy in the mounting yard.
Very much, Rob. What an excitement down here. It's Blacker Day at Mowbray. Marlene Blacker, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What a fantastic ride again.
Yes, terrific. Very proud of Stephen, yes.
Well, he's done it again on Launceston Cup Day. Hobart Launceston Cup doubles. Is it sinking in? George has run off crying, I think.
I think we're all nearly crying, actually, but no, it's wonderful.
It is fantastic, and you know, after the late changes for St Andrews and not knowing how this year would go, it's come back bigger and stronger.
Yes, no, we're very proud of St Andrews, and yes, I just don't know where we go from here.
Let's go over and talk to George and get him to say a few words. He's been congratulated by all and sundry. George Blacker, he's done it again, and committee members and also the press. Congratulations, George. St Andrews again, a wonderful training feat, and also a magic ride by the jockey again.
What could I say? It's happened. Thank crikey it has.
Now, is there a tear under that sunglass?
Not at the moment, but no, very happy, very happy.
Any trouble in the run? Did you feel comfortable all the way?
Well, when he said he was 18 lengths behind, I thought, crikey, me, you know, how far was he going to be behind? But he just got in nice and finished off quite well.
There's a couple of class runners in that race. It's done them.
They got to get here and beat us, but, you know, we've done well today.
There's a lot of people here ready to shake your hand, and I reckon you're ready to put your hand around another trophy.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, so everything's fine, yes. So, also, very good, very happy, and what can I say?
Well, we'll be talking to you at the presentation. Congratulations, George Blacker, and a fairy tale day for the Blacker family here at Mowbray. What a fantastic win. St Andrews, another withering burst down the outside, as predicted, and just too good for the interstate campaign, and that's great for us.
Thank you, Murph. It certainly is. What a sensational run. Hard to believe, but George Blacker paid only $200 for St Andrews as a weanling, and now it's won the Hobart Launceston Cup double for the first horse to do so since Bralos back in 1976-77, which is tremendous. And George Blacker now has claimed his 5th cup of his career to join Gary White as Tasmania's all-time Cups kings. So congratulations to George. A lovely bloke in there. He'll be taking it all in his stride, I'm sure. Let's go and check out the interim divvies now. We should have those through, hopefully. There we are. Number 2, St Andrews, $8.30, $2.70. By the way, I backed the winner. Bondi Iceberg, just thought I'd let you know that. Bondi Iceberg came in second, $2.40, and IMAX did get third, paying $2.30 in the Cup, which is tremendous. OK, we'll take a break. We'll catch our breath. Be back real soon.
I was bringing out my wheelie bin. I looked up and I thought it was a burglar.
He was looking down his chimney and this possum come out and give him a hell of a fright.
He's trying to pull himself up and then he falls over the fence. He falls over the fence.
The Amy guy's out at 11 o'clock that night. Said he'd have it sorted by Wednesday.
Hello, Bottle.
Hello, Fat.
Yellow Bottle. No Fat. How you doing?
Great taste.
Great taste.
VIP Pet Food is Australia's #1 pet food, made fresh in VIP's Tasmanian factory. It's quick, easy, and offers all the goodness sealed within, so your pet can always enjoy VIP's flavour. Next time you're shopping, look for the distinctive wrapper, only in the fridge at all leading supermarkets and independent outlets. Give your pet the VIP treatment by making VIP Fresh Pet Food your #1 choice. VIP Pet Food, made right here in Tasmania.
You know we're going to my mother's for dinner tonight?
Yes.
And you know how she likes to pile up your plate? Well, you don't want to ruin your appetite.
No. Just when I look at your mother's cooking, I'll do that.
You do have a microwave at work.
Gladware containers, the affordable choice.
Hey!
Steve Maskill about to weigh in. Steve, congratulations.
Thanks, Pete.
You didn't have to waste this year, but you're still distressed.
Yeah, well, I had to waste for practice, but it makes it worthwhile when you get on good horses, doesn't it?
Third Launceston Cup. This is fantastic. The taste of success still gets better and better.
Yeah, you never get bloody sick of it.
Congratulations. You're going to be out there in the presentation shortly, and the Blackers are all over the moon.
Yeah, no, thanks very much.
No trouble in the run?
No, I just need a bit of luck, that's all.
Congratulations. Well done, Steve Maskill. He's done a hard job in there. St Andrews settled second last as they left the straight the first time, and then Steve wound his way through the field, a withering burst down the outside, which is customary of the way this horse wins its races, and a fantastic event for the Black, also Steve Maskill.
All right, thank you, Murph. And let's go to Nick Duigan, who hopefully has some lucky winners with him.
Yes, Robbie, a very, very popular win down here. I've got Cindy, a.k.a. Sarah Marie, like a dog with a tennis ball just at the moment. Tell us, how did you manage to pick that one? Cindy, Sarah Marie, whichever.
Pure luck.
Pure luck. But you've got a few tickets there, but you've got to win it. Over here we've got Carmen, who has got a more, well, a less orthodox method of picking winners. Carmen, how did you manage it?
I just put $1 on every horse.
$1 on every horse, Robbie. Down here, there are some geniuses. There are mental giants. I don't know whether that qualifies as being a winner, but there's plenty of excitement.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, and I've only just managed to compose myself after backing the winner for once in my life. Well, Shane Yates, great call and congratulations on that. Is there anything St Andrews can't do?
No, well, a magnificent display by St Andrews. And as we mentioned pre-race, Rob, it had to get back in the field. It was a good 20 lengths off them at the halfway mark, and with 1,000 metres to run, the job was ahead of steel. But he was able to weave his way through the field. The master that he is, the leading jockey in Tasmania for many years. And here we see him at the top of the stretch, getting a run between runners, forcing a passage through. And once he found the opening, he just ignited this champion, St Andrews, the 7-year-old gelding by Alyosha from Flying Regent, and it really opened up over the final 100 metres of the race. And try as they may to go with it, Bondi Iceberg, gallant in defeat, in second spot. And IMAX running through the field strongly. The runner-up in the Hobart Cup got up to cut Vitelli out of a place. But you can see on the line that St Andrews had a length and a quarter to spare, and Steve waved the whip in absolute delight when he crossed the line. And this has been a marvellous day for the Blacker family. We see them coming around the home corner. Zarayev had gone up to grab the lead from Dartington and the grey Bundalagua. Bondi Iceberg trying to keep St Andrews in a pocket, but Steve just too strong, as was the horse. He was able to bullock into the clear, and now he set sail for the $200,000 that was on offer today with Amy and the Tasmanian Turf Club, and he's charging away, and he races into Tasmanian racing history with that performance, having won the Cup here 2 years ago. And we see the champion St Andrews now down waiting for the presentation. Just 2 years ago, St Andrews was victorious, carrying 50.5. And now we have it 2 years later as a gallant 7-year-old, having just won the Hobart Cup and being penalised once more, coming out and carrying 57 kilograms and starting from barrier number 17.
Yeah, that's another amazing thing. It had to come from very wide, and it just looks sensational. I saw it during the week. Caught up with George. He was quietly confident. I mean, he's a man of very few words, as you know, but boy, what a horse. It's looking super fit there, as you can see.
You're right, Rob, and this year it was even more important to try and find a position, because the run to the first corner was 200 metres short of the Cup. Has always been run over the 2600. This year brought forward to the 2400, so we can safely say it was a track record because it was 200 metres shorter than any of the other years that the Cup has been run. But Steve, he didn't muck around at the first corner, back to the tail end of the field, found a spot close to the fence, got runs between runners coming down towards the 600, and you saw him put the 7-year-old into the picture on the home corner. And once he saw daylight, that was the end of the penny section, and he scooted away at the top of the stretch. And even though the margin was a length and a quarter, I'm sure there was a little more in the tank for St Andrews. And who knows, maybe next year we'll be back here to see, as an 8-year-old, St Andrews taking out the Cup yet again.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to find out, because George Blacker was a bit sceptical about that. He didn't know. Well, I said to him, I said, if St Andrews does win the Launceston Cup, is that it? Will he go out to pasture, if you like? And we'll have to wait and see. I'll catch up with him later this week. We'll take a break from Mowbray and back very soon.
Service and commitment, that's Dynamic Turbocharger Services. DTS now manufacture turbo kits for a range of diesel 4-wheel drives and utilities. Get the boost of power you'd need with a turbo kit from Dynamic Turbocharger Services, one of the largest turbocharging sales and service organisations in the Southern Hemisphere, and utilise locally made components, backed up by a 12-month, 20,000-kilometre warranty. The DTS Turbo System, designed to make your driving a pleasure, whether on the highway or off-road. Demand the best, demand Dynamic Turbocharger Services. Senso by Widex is the world's first fully digital hearing aid worn entirely in the ear, providing users with a quality of sound never before possible by computing with the power of a Pentium PC. Senso makes weak sounds audible and loud sounds comfortable by sampling the sound signals 1 million times per second. Senso is the most natural sound available today. Available from John King Hearing Aid Clinics, Launceston, Devonport, Glenorchy and Moona.
Nature's Works, naturally better, naturally cheaper. Nature's Works, the vitamin specialist, can help you achieve a healthy lifestyle with Tasmania's largest range of vitamins. The right diet, the right exercise, and the right advice from the friendly, efficient staff of Nature's Works, combined with all the best in vitamins at the best prices in Tasmania. Your recipe for good health. Nature's Works, naturally better, naturally cheaper.
Yes, it's all happening. We're waiting for Steve Maskiel, who had to actually lose quite a bit of weight to ride Fracas earlier on in the program. He had to do this 2 years ago when he won on St Andrews for the Cup. That means not eating too much for the 2 weeks preceding the big race. So he was a little bit distressed as he went back to the weighing area. But I think Steve's moving over with us now. He's now moving through the mounting yard as we can pick him up there. Steve Maskiel, tumultuous. 3 winners in the Launceston Cup so far in Steve Maskiel's career. So a fantastic effort by St Andrews. We just can't say how fantastic it is to have the money stay in Tasmania, the $200,000 on offer from Amy for this year's Launceston Cup. And it's going to be an absolutely fantastic presentation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, 2002 Amy Launceston Cup has been run and won. St Andrews, number 2, the winner. trained by George Blacker and ridden by Steve Maskeel. Tasmanian Turf Club for the first year have the wonderful sponsorship of Amy. Amy is sponsoring the Launceston Cup and the Tasmanian Summer Racing Carnival for the very first time. The increase in prize money to $200,000 has focused national attention to Mowbray, as Tasmania is now truly part of the national racing scene. And of course, Amy are very strong supporters of racing right around Australia, and it's fantastic to have them involved in Tasmanian racing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon the chairman of the Tasmanian Turf Club, Mr. Rod Thurkel-Johnson, to conduct the presentation.
Your Excellency, Sir Guy Green, Governor of Tasmania, and Lady Green, Premier of Tasmania, the Honourable Jim Bacon and Mrs. Honey Bacon, the Deputy Premier and Minister for Racing, Honourable Paul Lennon and Mrs. Lennon, the Mayor of Launceston, Alderman Janie Dickinson, Mr. Brian Keane, the Chief Executive of Amy, and Mrs. Linda Keane, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, we're pleased to welcome you and Lady Green to this very important 138th running of the Launceston Cup. This year's Amy Launceston Cup is a very special occasion representing the culmination of the inaugural and highly successful Tasmanian Summer Racing Carnival, which has been so strongly supported by the Minister Paul Lennon. This year's record stake of $200,000 for the Group 3 Amy Launceston Cup has only been made possible by the very generous sponsorship of Amy. Amy are leading sponsors of thoroughbred racing in Australia, supporting many races, but particularly the Amy VRC Derby and the Amy Golden Slipper. To have the support of Amy for Tasmania's leading races will raise the national profile of Tasmanian racing. Tasmanian Turf Club would like to thank Amy for the sponsorship of our Premier race and also for the great team effort of Amy's staff in presenting today's race meeting. It's my pleasure now to ask His Excellency the Governor to say a few words.
Mr. Premier and Mrs. Bacon, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, well, Launceston is always a vibrant city and a great place to visit, but that's never more so than during the time of the Festivale and the Launceston Cup and all the events and the parties and the activities that go with it. I'd like to welcome all our interstate visitors and congratulate them on recognising that during Cup Week, without any doubt at all, Australia's classiest destination is the city of Launceston. I applaud the initiatives which have been taken by the state government, the Tasmanian Turf Club, and our enthusiastic sponsors to boost racing in Tasmania. And the success of those initiatives is certainly evident all around us and is reflected in the quality of the field and the fact that there are increased nominations for this race and, of course, the record prize money. Ladies and gentlemen, all the riders and the horses in the Cup we've just seen run did this great occasion proud. I congratulate them all, but of course in particular I congratulate the winning jockey, owner and trainer. What a great win that was, and I say that not just because I had a rather fortunate investment on St Andrews, but because it's a Tasmanian trained and owned and ridden horse. Congratulations to all of them.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, the Amy Launceston Cup, $200,000 on offer. I'd like to call upon the Chief Executive Officer of Amy, Mr. Brian Keane.
Your Excellency, Sir Guy Green, Lady Green, Premier Mr. Bacon and Minister of Racing Paul Lennon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very great pleasure, and Amy is very proud to be associated with this initiative in Tasmanian racing, which culminates today in this magnificent Launceston Cup. I don't think we could have wished for a better day. I don't think we could have wished for a better crowd. The involvement of the community is such that it's right up there with the major carnivals in Australia, and I'm sure it'll get better and better as the years go by. From Amy's point of view, we're delighted to be involved, and we hope it's a long and enduring association with the Tasmanian Turf Club. There can be only one winner, though, and on behalf of Amy, it gives me very great pleasure to congratulate the Blackers again, are the owners of St Andrew, well-ridden by Stephen Maskill, superbly trained by George Blacker, and ask Mrs Blacker to accept the trophy for the Launceston Cup. Presented by the Governor. Really wonderful to be doing that again. That's just terrific.
Your Excellency, Sir Guy Green, Lady Green, Mr Bacon, Mrs Bacon, Mr Lennon, Mrs Lennon, distinguished guests, TTC. It's just so wonderful to stand here today and accept the trophy for St Andrews. I'd like to thank Stephen Maskill for his wonderful ride. I'd particularly like to thank Amy for their wonderful sponsorship of the Cup, also the Hobart Cup, which I forgot to thank them and I felt really awful. But thank you, Amy. We need sponsors like you and we're very thankful. I'd also like to tell you, lovely people out there, you've heard of Christmas Day. This is Blackers Day. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome the Governor to present the trophy to the trainer, George Blacker.
Thank you, Sir Guy Green, Mr Bacon, Mr Lennon, Amy, TTC Committee, all the people who come here today and made an effort to come out here, Steve Maskill, my staff. You know I'm not much at making speeches. I think like a horse and I can't make speeches, but thank everybody for coming today. Thank you.
And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the Governor will present the trophy to the winning jockey, Stephen Maskill.
Well, to Launceston people, I know a lot of yous, and thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Tasmanian Turf Club, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. There's one person I want to thank very much. I haven't had much to do with him, and it's not a politics, but I forgot to acknowledge what a great job he's done for Tasmanian racing, and that's the Minister. He's supplied a great deal of extra money for the locals to have a chance of getting, and he's done a bloody good job. I also like to thank Amy last time for the Hobart Cup, but they deserve another thanks. They're just great sponsors, and I hope they continue with Tasmania. Last time I forgot my wife, so I get the opportunity to thank my wife, who's fantastic, and my family, the Hansons, and all my close friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen Maskill, the winning rider of St Andrews, and the Blackers must be getting used to me making speeches by now. That concludes our presentation of the 2002 Amy Launceston Cup. Thank you very much. There are more fantastic races left for the day, the last at 12 minutes past 6. Video.
Thank you very much, Peter. Well, what a day it's been. St Andrews beating the interstate contingent to claim victory in the 2002 Amy Launceston Cup. On behalf of my other co-hosts and the rest of the Southern Cross crew, we hope you enjoyed our coverage of the Amy Launceston Cup Carnival for 2002. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Hello Hello again, everyone. Among the stories making news today, there's been more escapes from the Ashley Detention Centre. Lindsay Fox and Solomon Lew have pulled out of the Ansett deal. The airline has collapsed. No jobs will be saved, according to unions. The Queen has arrived in Australia. In sport, James Hird has been suspended by the AFL Tribunal, and the Skilled Cycling Tour of Tasmania has begun. It left Rest Point this morning and headed into the Huon Valley. The day's top stories tonight at 6. I'll have a preview around 5:30.